welcome to the channel. We're on our way to Falkirk. Is this the commuter traffic coming in? Yeah. Is it? Alright, so try and get sorted out this morning. I've got sort of like a plan going on, you know, like a schedule. And here, welcome to the channel, fuck you! And couldn't find my gloves. You know, I've got gloves. Like, I've got two or three pairs of gloves. Can't find any of them. And that's the nature of gloves. They do that to you. They sneak up on you, they move along, sneak around, cause trouble. Gloves are bad. Gloves are dangerous. Yeah, that's probably what ended the Roman Empire. As Julius Caesar couldn't find his gloves. I mean, so okay, right. So yesterday, I ended up going up Patterson's quarries, and I thought there was a link to the other road, which I need to look at Google Maps again. Anyway, there was farmers there when I got there, the other side, and I sort of chickened out a bit. Well, there's at least 4x4 trucks, and I don't know what they were doing. I just didn't want to cause them any hassle, so I just turned back. Plus I was having problems, the phone was getting covered in rain all the time, and you know, it was just like one of these fuck-ups. One of these disastrous. So I'm going to have to start. I'm starting to get a little bit disillusioned with what I'm doing. Like, it's like, you know, there's things I should be doing. Like, I never take the Granada out. I'm not doing any art, really. I haven't been in the studio for about a month. I've spent a lot of time doing this, what I'm doing today, and it's got problems associated with it. One is, it's a lot more work than what you would think. Two, it's not really enough to make a credible business. You know, the amounts involved are too low. In one hand, in some ways it's kind of good, in other ways it's not good. So I think the main problem, what the hell's going on there? Oh, look at that green BMW. Is that, oh, I've got a queue behind me. It's because this van's fucking slow. It's what it is. So it's just not being very fruitful, really, and it's stopping me for doing my art, I suppose. And the other thing is the car boot sales. There's a lot more work with that as well, as what you might think, you know. We're going to go. I don't like going through plate. We'll go. There's well going this way in the left here, because going straight on is not much fun either. You know. Although this road is problematic in that I would say it's kind of dangerous, really, because people go too fast on it, but you go flying in the corner. Plus, they haven't been trimming the hedge much. So the factory up on the left there, well, I won't show you it, but so the Scottish government are using a green quango onto them about lead going into the atmosphere from the resins. So they're burning off resins. So the problem being that if you're going to start, so I mean that factory is obviously producing jobs, so if you want to shut that factory, well, they'll just go abroad, won't they? Well, that's it. Everything in this country, so it's in Britain, it's done abroad. We're getting everything from abroad. So the dangers with the green communism are that you're not going to have a job and you're going to be owned by the state. I mean, I think we're already there. I think we're already at that. We're already in green communism. I think we're almost there. So the more factories like that they can shut down, the more you will be owned by the state. And so other university lecturers are well paid. They can sit there and criticise Caberboard, Norboard, West Fraser, whatever it's called. I think it's called West Fraser now. Sit there and criticise it and have it shut down. But they'll be alright because they're making good money. Their salaries over 100,000 a year, perpetrating green communism, you know, and raking it in, criticising, and as young men are fucked, aren't they? They're not going to get a job. Now, if young men can't survive, because we're not single cell organisms. I know this sounds like when I say this, you go, what are you talking about? Well, we need young men to be successful, and if they're not successful, neither are young women. So it's all going to get human race, or at least our civilization isn't going to survive. So really, I'm just sort of talking about opportunity, giving people opportunities, and the government seem to be wanting to take them away, and that's the current government we have. So the problem is the Labour government is much the same thing. Look what Stammer's been doing. He doesn't have any prison places, but he's been locking people up for saying mean things on Facebook. I mean, really, if you trolled back through my Facebook, I could equally be in jail. Although obviously, I think I don't think you should say go and burn down a mosque, which is what I think that's what that woman said, or something along those lines. But that's certainly not going to, it's words. Basically, the government are terrorising us anyway with their net zero thing. It's an act of terrorism. Look at Mark G. Steele on Facebook. Well, I haven't heard from Robert Sproul much lately. I'm not sure. It's maybe not putting out so many videos. But it could be that they're silencing him, like what they did to Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson's. I'm on the email thing for him, and so now he's wanting money to fight fight a legal system. He's been at that for years. I've never given him any money. Why? Well, it looks pretty much finished. The house. I looked at that land when it was for sale, the plot, and that just shows you. I actually went to look at that, I was considering, buying a plot of land, and that was 2000 and I think it was. Jesus, that was 2018. It might have been 2018. I was looking at that. I drove round there, I looked, and I'll have pictures of it in my laptop. That was before I was really doing videos much, and it's interesting to think that if I'd embarked upon that, well, at the time I realised I couldn't afford it because the plot was costing as much as what. Well, it just kind of shows you what houses are actually worth. Worth fuck all, it's freaking land. So it was 150,000, I think it was. I can't remember for sure, but it was something like that. Something like 150,000 per plot. And there was another one for sale near Throsk, looking over the River Forth, and I don't know if they sold that or no, or maybe they just decided not to sell it. I don't know for sure because I haven't seen any new houses getting built there. Gotta watch here, it's dodgy because you don't want to be hitting a freaking Tesla, do you? Getting hit by a Tesla would be a disaster. Heavy. And they're just really, that's why I hate Tesla. People say, why do you not like Tesla? Because they're such a fraud. That's why I hate them, because they've got this saving the planet shit, and they're actually being subsidised by our government. So, tax breaks and everything to have them, and I think it's a total fraud. They are a luxury vehicle for middle managers and management. Unnecessary luxury vehicle, overly expensive and unsustainable, and to top it all off, so they are unsustainable because their lifespan is seriously limited in that, well, if you want to put a new battery in it and the updates are in, you're not actually going to own it, it's going to be problematic doing all these different things. That's why I hate them, because they're a lie, right? And to top it all off, they're horrible. Elon Musk. Look at Maseratis, Italian cars, very attractive cars. Look at a Tesla. It's fucking horrible. A horrible car. Styling's horrible. There's no other way to describe it. It's fucking horrible. Right, that's why I don't like Teslas. So what we're talking about? Green communism. I think we're nearly there, for all intents and purposes. And the fact that they're not building any more prisons is because the world we live in is becoming like a prison. That's where it's going. They're going to take everything off you. The lifestyle I've got and the stuff I've got it, right? And in 20 or 30 years' time I'll be dead. I think everything I've got will be taken away. In other words, I'm going to die and move. Oh look! Wow! It's a Rover. A Rover 25. Everything I've got will be taken away. And so what I mean is, well, what do you mean everything you've got will be taken away? Well, they'll have it so that you can't use the stuff that I've got. If it's £1 a mile to drive your car, then people like me will. Well, you either have to cheat the system, but with the system that they implement, how will they do that? I'm not exactly sure, right? Or, because the Blade Runners were cutting. I mean, they have started clamping down a bit on the Blade Runners. I think really the thing for them to do is keep going. That's unlawful what they're doing, but So they'll make it that I can't, like somebody like me, because I'll be dead anyway, right? But somebody like me is not going to be able to get in this van or my car and go and drive somewhere. It's just not going to happen. It's like my friend, he gets in his car and drives up the north of Scotland for no reason at all other than just a drive, you know? That'll be outlawed under green communism. You won't be allowed to do that. You know, I mean, there's always a hope that all this stuff doesn't happen, right? You know, obviously, I do hope that this shit doesn't happen, but it's very likely it is going to happen. Do I want to come back this way? No, what to do, because I've got to go to plane after this, is, I mean, that's too much of a queue. I knew about that when I was coming here and I thought it wouldn't affect me coming this way, but when I go back, I mean, the rush hour will be sort of over, but I'm just trying to think. The problem is you can't get off the motorway at plane. Let's think, how do I get there then? Without going that way. Because it's affecting Bellsdyke Road. I need to get over onto the A9, but well, I think this is the A9 where we're going to. How do we just need to avoid that bit. Problem is I might forget and just come back this way. I've gone the motorway. I tell you, could I actually go up the motorway and then double back to Plane? You know, come off the motorway at Bannockburn interchange. It might actually be the quickest way, you know, to avoid that. Or I know it's like going further, but it's on a motorway, isn't it? So I've got a big queue behind me. Sorry, I'm going too slow. I don't really know this. You know, I know it, but I don't know it as well as I should do. This area in terms of driving, but. I think what I'll do to avoid that, I've worked it out. I'll show you where I'm going to go. I'll show you. I'm going to go up that's Stenhousemuir that way. So I don't have time to do anything really because I'm going away to pick some stuff up. Oh, for fucking hell! Ding dong. No, it's not too bad. It's moving. It is moving. I need to go. I always found it difficult getting my head round this area, you know. I wondered what that was that lady was wearing there. It was like sort of pink and it actually looked like some kind of enforcement clothes, a high-vis cardigan. So it's not a wonder they're not building prisons. I mean, so they're piling in immigrants into this country. I have no idea. Well, they don't care whether they're criminals or not. They don't even know. That's the whole crucial thing, because they don't know who they are, because they're illegal, and that by definition. By definition, or Greg's is in there. Aye. I went there yesterday and couldn't find Greg's. It's just right next to Lidl's. It was like that thing where I kind of thought I knew what I was doing, but I wasn't. And I sort of remembered it, but I hadn't remembered it properly. So my friend says, oh, it's next to Lidl. So I said, alright. So then he landed up, we went to visit him, because I was going to take him a coffee, right? And something to eat. And he landed up getting, we went away to the burger van at B&Q. And he landed up, I says, no, I'll get it. So the only way I can buy him anything is by buying it. Because he's one of these people that doesn't let you buy anything. You know, like my dad was like that. I don't know what the fuck all that's about, but the only way I can buy him something is by I'll go next time I go to see him, I'll go to Greg's and get him a cappuccino or something. He's one of these people that doesn't, like in his house, he doesn't, like if you come into my house and make your coffee or something, kettle's there, milk's there, he's like, he doesn't have that. I don't think he actually cooks. You know, he doesn't actually cook anything. I think what happens with him is his neighbours or something give him food, or he'll maybe just buy it. He'll go out and get it. You know, you really should cook, shouldn't you? If you know, okay, you've got the dishes and everything to do and the mess, but it's definitely a lot more economical, isn't it? I mean, like if you go to takeaways and pizza places, I mean, you could spend in a day what somebody else could spend in a week. But also there's the health thing as well, because when you're cooking on your own, you can cook vegetables and stuff and have a relatively healthy diet, like what I've got. My diet's relatively healthy. Right, okay, so I'm nearly there. Somebody not cancelling the indicators and changing come off a roundabout. So when you're looking at the car and going, is that going to do a go around? Is it going to crash into me? But I sort of knew by the direction of the car, I knew what they were doing. That's why you should always change. You know, you should always indicate to come off a roundabout. So many massive amount of people don't do it. It's a really weird thing. Oh, I just get right in the fucking way. Jesus. Is that car getting right in the fucking way? Is it this one? I think it is, yes. I always get this wrong when I'm going down the wrong one. I need to unlock the back door as well. It's always it's a bit stressy going in here, to be honest. You know, it's quite a stressy environment. It doesn't really need to be, but I think it is. It's a stressy environment. It's full of like stressy types of people. You know, look at that. Wow. You know, it's definitely somewhere you should really avoid going to, I suppose. So anyway, that's as far as we can go. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll get it's nice and quiet, and we'll get you in the next video. Bye now.